All right, everyone, here's the top best practices for having success with Bona Red Out. First, get all the dust cleaned off the floor. So that's going to include Tampico brush and dry tacking until you really feel that you've got that dust cleaned off the floor. Any excess dust is just going to be more reactive and probably end up causing some heavy marks in the floor, some lap marks, stop-start marks as that dust builds up in your applicators as you work your way across the floor and throughout the house. Make sure you protect stuff. Protect yourself with safety gloves and safety glasses. You don't want to get either of these products, on your skin, in your eyes, so make sure you protect yourself, as well as other stuff above the floor. So trim work, paint on the walls, any other wood or metal that's exposed. You may get some spray off the roller, so protect that stuff with tape and plastic. Apply evenly and generously. If you don't apply enough product, it's reactive. So if you don't apply enough, it's not going to have a chance to react enough, and you may not get the results you want. So evenly and generously. Also keep A and B mixed, and usually that's going to be just every time I dip my roller in the bucket, I'm going to make sure I go down all the way to the bottom, and I'm just kind of mixing it up as I'm getting some new product to put down. Let it react and dry slowly and naturally. So don't add extra airflow. If you've got a ton of airflow coming from the HVAC, you may even want to consider turning that down or off. Because again, the amount of time this stuff reacts has to be even all the way across the floor. So if you've got some extra airflow just in one spot or hot spots coming from the window, that's going to cut down on that. So make sure you let it react and dry slowly and naturally. Use separate applicators for part A and then separate applicators for part B. Don't mix those up. Again, they react with each other. You'll get that reaction in your applicator and probably some results you don't really want out on the floor. When I've put part A down, I want to let it dry until I have no visible puddles. You can still have some damp spots, some wet spots. But usually when I'm working throughout a whole house, right, where I started in the back bedroom is going to be more than dry enough by the time I get up to the front door. So when I get up there, I've worked all the way to the house, more than likely I'm going to be able to come right back to my starting point in the back bedroom, get started with part B. When I put part B down, let it dry until I'm back to within 1% of my base reading on my moisture meter. So as an example, if I started at 9% moisture in my wood, as soon as I get back down to 10 throughout the floor, part B is then dry enough for me to go ahead and put on my stain, one of my sealers, or even Bona Craft oil. But you want to make sure the system's dry enough because again, these are reactive products. We don't want them still too wet and the possibility that they react with whatever you're putting on your floor next, be it stain, sealer, or a penetrating oil. And then once everything's good and dry, I've got the color I want, or maybe I got the color that I don't quite want. If I need to, I can apply part A and B again. For a second time. Maybe you were a little lean the first go around. Maybe there's just a little more pink and red in this floor than you're used to on your other red oak floors. So if you need to, you can apply the whole system again, just like we did before. Let it fully dry out, and then you're ready to go, either leaving it as is in kind of a water popped condition because of the water content in these two products. So if I'm putting on stain and I usually water pop my floor, it's ready to go. No need to go back and water pop it again. If, however, I'm going to put down a sealer, or maybe I'm putting down craft oil and I want to smooth it out, then I can denib it or smooth it using just a 1-inch thick red pad or a Bona conditioning pad. Again, quickly and evenly across the floor to smooth everything out. Take any bit of that roughness down. Take that same pad off, work it around the sides and the detail areas where your buffer can't get, and you're ready to go. So that's the top takeaways on Bona Red Out and how you can be successful turning any red oak floor into the look and feel of a white oak floor.